We last saw him flying towards the moon. Hey, I'm ElusiveKev, Mr. Cohen. Guess who is back as we head into Angel Stadium in Anaheim, California. So here we are in the heat race. No qualifying this time around for Highside as he looks to recover after that season-ending injury. And bounce back, hopefully fighting for the title. There's wreckage in front in this 4-minute heat race. Making a good start up into third. So definitely be making it through if he finishes here. As he's got Chad Reed, the legend, behind him. Oh, now it's Justin Brayton. As he's all over Arthur Basil, what a name. Now he's taking his own track. Just about rejoins, but drops down to 7th. Looking to make that into 5th, but what is that rider doing behind? Johnny Taylor. What were you doing, mate? As he heads towards the hairpin in 6th, here comes George Simmons trying to go down the inside. Not going to work though, is it? As he's on the KTM this season. Here's Hillman. Sticking with the Austrian manufacturer. As he's got Trent Conrad in front. So you finally go on to the second lap. Only got around 5 laps in this heat race. That's a good move as Chad Reed up to second behind Cole Seeley. And there you go, tactically pushing Trent Conrad into the truck box there. And now Chad Reed down to 4th. Veteran been ambushed by the young guns. Arthur Basil in 3rd. Brayton up to 2nd. Going well this race. As we go through the left hand in this Anaheim circuit. Really is a good circuit. Very challenging though, especially with these conditions. And the right. Oh, that is not a good run over the jumps as first. Cole Seeley just running away. But here comes Highside to join the party. For the top 4 as that's someone going backwards. That was Reed and Basil as he's up to 3rd. All over the back of Justin Brayton. We're still doing the whole event here, just missing qualifying now as it's just a bit inconsequential qualifying. And we know these tracks well now, all 17 of them. As oh, that was very wide in front for Brayton, very sideways. And he loses second. And they run over the jumps afterwards. You've got Seeley in the lead. They're leading quite comfortably on this 3rd lap. But Highside making a very good comeback. Still got the same uniform as before. Oh, if he's going to be riding a bit better on his 4th position. Oh, Seeley's made a mistake. Had to pick his bike up. And has now dropped down to 2nd. And Hillman leading. So he makes the move into the hairpin. Good move. I believe the Honda man. Let's see if Isaac can take it back. Very aggressive there. As he comes towards the end of the lap. Just 2 to go after this one. Nice over 15 as he fast out 14.6. Tries to make the move down the inside. There's a great battle in just the heat race. Still got the main event to come. As you go over these jumps. Got Chad Reed in 3rd, the veteran fighting back is the Australian. Brayton in 4th, Arthur Basil in 5th. You can see how the pedalling is just nailing all these jumps over here. You could say that around most circuits, just being in that flow. But especially around here, messing up a jump, you're out of rhythm for next couple of sections. Oh, he's wide. This Highside gets back onto the circuit though. Well, that's a poor run over those jumps, and Seeley can just put away slightly. As Reed is the second behind, and then our further second back is Brayton and Basil. That's a great run over that last section. Let's go over the whoops into the final corner. Onto the final lap. Highside leads. Ahead of Seeley round the outside. Oh, Seeley pushes him wide. And now Highside, does he have the inside line for the left? He does. Almost getting into Seeley. Almost causes both of their demises. A good run over the jumps. Highside holding the outside. Oh, he actually kind of made that a triple. Didn't really case that jump. As on this final lap, got a great battle for victory. This would be fantastic. A winning return for Highside on the 450 Supercross bike. As no, hitting the chuck blocks on the inside. Look at that. That's broken his run over these jumps. Could have cost him the victory. Has got Brayton and Basil still in 4th and 5th. The top 5 has just remained very static. Very unfamiliar for Supercross event. So here we go over this section. This is where Highside is pretty good. Right on the back of Seeley. He messed up this corner before. Oh, he's gone wide. Highside can't quite make the move down the inside as there's a change of position behind, it looks like. So if we've gotten the top 4 from the heat races make it through to the main event, and so we are part of that along with Brayton and Reed. He drops down to 4th, so there was a change in that final corner as he got a couple of Hondas, Yamaha and a KTM through. Basil just misses out in 5th with Baggett. And then we've got Trent, and then we've got Engelhardt, Simmons, and Ryan Dungey down in 10th on his KTM. So everyone else goes through to the semi-finals. Well, I believe it's the top 9 who make it through to the main event. And then we've got the last chance squads where the top 4 make it through to the main event. So let's see who's going to be joining us.
Angel Stadium in Anaheim, California. This is one of the most prestigious stops of the Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship season. A win here is a highlight to any rider's year. The engines have fired, and the racers are ready to kick the bikes into gear. It's main event time in Southern California. He has the speed and is definitely the one to beat, but can he handle being in the spotlight and the pressure?
So we are at the start, alongside Marvel's Marvin. Let's get underway for the first time this season in the main event. Dropping down to last as usual at the start, but then everyone kind of runs wide as well. We've been pushed. As I've been told to reset. And now we're trying to go over the carnage, landing on someone, riding on someone's head. What the hell? Let's go all the way down to 15th. Try and make it towards the top 10 now. Let's go into this whoop section. Oh, that's disastrous. That's a battle with Jake Vernon, who just pushes us into the chuck blocks. Everyone's been an arsehole this race so far. And it's opening that. Now the bike's included. Why are you ending? As he go over this section, a disastrous open that for Highside for Chad Reed as well, down in 19th. As he tries to make move around the outside, everyone's just pushing us towards these truck blocks. Let's try and get towards the centre of the road here. And oh, we've been taken out by Malcolm Stewart, the veteran. He's got Justin Barsha behind us in 19th. Got some familiar names at the back. And now we're down in the final corner. We're going to cross the line in last. What a disastrous opening that. We do get past Malcolm Smith in the 21st. Almost chopped off there as well. So we've got Cole Steele leading ahead of Muskin at the front. Now what can Hillman do from this position? Try and get a top 10. He's guaranteed points for making the main event. Well, of course, he wants to score a lot of them. There's all someone's down in front. And high side up into 18th. Once again, disasters over these whoops. Have to be so precise. Sophie's got the inside line. He's been pushed wide though. Oh, and he's run wide. He's down again. What are you doing, Hillman? In this main event. Pressure to perform again after all this time. As what the hell is the bike doing now? Why is her end doing? As someone is just upset. The choke blocks on the outside. As we've got Justin Barsha in front of us. Normally so good, but struggling. Not the only rider to be doing that. You can see the top 10 going through that first corner already. That shows how far back Hillman is. A 21.3. As whoa, what is that? What's that Barsha in mid-air? As now we've got Purcell trying to push Hillman round as he's trying to make a move. As I said, everyone's just been an arsehole this race. Let's go handlebar to handlebar with Purcell. He's definitely not making it easy to get by. There's Barsha way back. There's once again Turbo over the whoop section. And this is now we're falling back. Come on, eyeside, get your act together. There's lots of fallers in front. Unfortunately, not Purcell though. He's right in front of Hillman. Got Jake Wormer behind us, who we're battling with on the opening lap. Looks like Winston went very wide there. Got Malcolm Stewart up to 16th. Veteran covering well. That's a very cheeky line. Don't know how we got away with that. As we're already approaching the halfway mark of this main event, we're still down in 18th. And the best lap of a 17.7. That's all again chopped off by Purcell. Looking down the inside. Got the Max Verstappen of Supercross in front of us. Let's go over these jumps. Down the inside. Go handlebar to handlebar. Let them know we're here. Don't know what he's doing to us as well, this race. It's that corner so separate, as you can see. Lots of water there. There's a 2.6 ahead of Winston, so we're all by ourselves. Catching these riders in front, or trying to. And that's a better section. Let's go into the jump. Can't quite triple it though. You need to triple it. Okay, momentum into this corner, and it's all gone pear-shaped. Look at this. This is absolutely pathetic. Lost all the flow, all the momentum. Now we're just stuck casing every jump. And we've lost, as you can see, that's lost us 3-4 seconds. Just messing up that section. And that's a 19. That's an absolutely abysmal that time as we're in the second half of this race. CD leading of Roxon, Muskin, Jason Anderson, the newest champ, in fourth. As Malcolm should have been overtaken by Purcell. That's what we should be doing on this lap. But now we're just trying to catch up to the brother of James. Let's go over that whoop section. That's better. And again, we're in no man's land heading into the second half of this lap. So there we go. That's much better over that section. Again, just absolutely terrible. We can ride so much better with the 250 around this track. Just not getting into the flow in the 450s in this main event is high side. That's a better section though. You can see Stewart in front, battling hard with Purcell. He's not giving up on that 16th place. Every point matters. As he sets a new fast at 16.9, that's still a terrible lap time. At least he's gaining it, especially as it looks like Stewart clipped the inside. Was that Purcell? It was. So they go right in the back of his arch rival from this race. You can see there's a bit of a line of riders in front as well. So if he gets past one, there's someone right in front. Has he got a bit of a train forming here? So let's go over that whoop section and see 3.5 ahead now of Winston. That's Barsha in 20th. It's launch ourselves way too much there. Just about keep the momentum though. Let's go over the jumps. Around the hairpin, carrying good momentum. So we won't disturb the flow over this section. It should be right in the tail of the riders in front as we're into the final quarter of this race. At least time-wise, there's Jake Worm up to 20th now. The Reimer. It's again another 16.9. As here comes Eyesight down the inside of once again Purcell pushing him. What is it with that man this race? So here comes Eyesight trying to go past Stuart on the outside. That'd be a very difficult move as it looks like Raman struggling. And Stuart gets into Eyesight. They both survived though. Round the hairpin. And over the whoop section. Just about holding on. And Raman just pushes Eyesight wide. Still everyone is being an arsehole this race. Let's go into this section. Trying to set it up for that jump, but again, terrible run. At least he got this section nailed. There's Barsha still down in 20. Very surprised with that. There's a basically nicking to the outside of Roman here as he got Brock Trickle in 16th. Quite a battle there. 3 wide going into the final corner. As we go onto the third to last lap. We've got 2 laps after this, I believe. Well, this could be the penultimate lap. But high side up to 17th it looks like. Try and make moves on Stuart, who's just blocking us now. As he finally get past Purcell. Or not. There he is going down the inside so we get attached to the hip to Stuart. And look how much that has cost us a couple of seconds. There's all truck blocking the way there. Just about avoiding that. The man trying to get through in the fast corner. Not working this time, though. Side, that's much better over that section. It's showing past Stuart. Or was that Trickle? It's past Trickle. Stuart's in front in 14th. There's all Roman almost into the back there. Of Eyesight, he's still going into the hairpin. As they are heading on to the final lap then. Battling for 14th. It's not the main event, not the return. The highest I would have wanted. He's finally showing some pace. 16.6, that's better. Oh, and down the inside. Of Stuart there, or Purcell should we say, giving some of his own treatment back, then runs very wide. What are you doing? You held the position, Eyesight. As he tries to make it 3 wide and then gets pushed wide. Can't even rejoin the track. Look at this, he's in no man's land. So down to 17th. As he tries to make moves, but once again, Stuart and Purcell being very tough to get by. Very aggressive, I admit, from my side there. But it's the final lap. It's go time. Need to be making moves like that. Seeley wins. Roxon in second. Allison in third. Muskin ahead of his teammate Dungey just. Fellow KTM runners. Justin Brayton in 6th. Very good result ahead of Baggett. Then Millsaps in 8th. Cooper Webb in 9th. Dean Wilson in 10th. Well, who's going to finish in 16th? That is the big question, isn't it? The side shot tries to go down the inside, just not working. Just like that whole race. What a terrible main event. So Seeley and Roxon make it a Honda 1-2 as fun, and then a KTM 4-5. As you look outside the top 10, Chad Reed recovers to 11th on his Yamaha. And a Fries. Then Canard. There's Stewart in 14th for Sale. Trickle, and there is Hillman in 17th. 36.2 seconds back of the winner. Then we've got Roman and Winston. Or Weston, sure. So I kept calling Winston, didn't I, this race? He's actually Weston. Justin Barsh in 20th on his Suzuki. And then we've got Mike Alessi in the back on his Honda.
That was definitely not the type of performance he was hoping for. He was never really a factor in the race and is going to have to find a lot more speed if he wants to win.
He's going to have to find a rocket to attach to his KTM if he wants to win, as this is the points standings after the first race. If you've got the point system, 25 for win, 22 for second, 20 for third, then 18 and 16. It goes down in point increments from 6 onwards until we reach 20th, as you see you get a single point for 20th, 21st and 22nd. So we've got 4 points for finishing in 17th. When we look at the riders who didn't make it through in the end, with Van Martin in last on his Honda. So pretty dreadful main event after a very promising heat race. Hopefully you can have maybe the reverse of that happening around the stadium of San Diego in San Diego next time out, as you look at the message. Despite efforts, Kevin did manage to reach position required by GoPro. What are you talking about, Ralph Shaheen? That's how you do it. Heisler's still got a lot to show and he's doing his best. The saying goes, "How's the best of us?" Heisler, you're still our hero. So he's still got good fan support as you scroll through the rest of his feed. Relax, it's normal to have an off day. Now concentrate on your next race. You certainly will do that, Frank. But I hope you enjoyed the return of Monster Energy Supercross career. Going to be returning with the full season. And there may be another one. Let's see how we go this season with Hillman. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.